What's up, guys? Drew Tim here. I'm gonna do a little self-introductory video about myself. I already did one, but it turned out to be like 40 something minutes long, and then I don't think everybody loves me as much as I think they do. They don't really want to watch that 40-minute video, but yeah, that's what happens when I start talking to myself. I just talk about myself forever. I love myself. What can I say? Okay, let's stop joking around. I do want you guys to know a little bit about me, um, about the position. Well, not the position I'm in, kind of, but the kind of strange things. Excuse me. Let's say, but the strange things that have been happening, especially lately. Oh my god, dude. It's crazy. Let me explain. So all my life I've been the troublemaker, the brat, doing what he wants to do, always having fun, never taking life as seriously as it should be, um, never always thinking things through, just doing everything on impulse. Let my emotions, I always kind of let my emotions guide me. I was always an emotional kid, quote unquote. Had trouble in class, paid me as ADHD because I can never focus for a second. To this day, I can't. No, it's a joke. But kind of shows you it's true. And I guarantee you, there'll be a couple of times inside this it's self-introductory videos where I'll just start ranting on, talking about something completely different. And just bear with me, because it's going to be all the videos as well, too, because that's just who I am. I go off on these little tangents. I pick up energies, and I just kind of go with the flow. But excuse me again. This is about me. Um, this video here is about this guy. So it's gonna be kind of weird, because I am kind of weird. Um, Alright, yeah. So yeah, most of my life kind of raised up. Always kind of like the brat. I never really had any negative intentions or whatever. I was kind of doing me, uh, going a little out of control, if you will. Especially in school. Uh, it was just, yeah, I just wanted to do something, and then when you stuck in classes, it really did it for you. So I went all the way through high school. All the way through school, I didn't really get into a lot of big trouble. It was always mostly like kind of like a disciplined kind of focus kind of thing. Um, I did get not really into a lot of trouble, but I had like a lack of discipline that people didn't like. Um, to this day, they still don't like the fact that I'm a little undisciplined, a little unruly, if you will. And then comes to show that I'm a wolf spirit. Hey, what do you know? Um, Nothing. Okay, so out here. So yeah, I just went through a whole life. Yeah, kind of a rebel. So my grandpa's in the Navy, and then my big brother decided to join the Navy. So after high school, I was like, let's do that. I'm Sagittarius Capricorn. It seemed perfect for me. I get to work and I get to travel. And then there's girls. I'm sold. Set me up, and then again, not thinking things through. I really didn't think about how kind of negative it would be, to be in a situation like that. And then, in fact, I went to boot camp where I got asthma one time for trying to cheat on a test because I wanted to be the best, and then cheating was never good, so that's bad karma. So I got asthma, but that's for a reason. I can talk about that later. Yeah, but actually, if you guys ever want to know anything, I'm gonna run through like the aspects of my life just really quick. If you guys have like any deeper questions, if you ever care to ask, no. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, just go ahead and let me know in the comment sections if you do watch this movie. for video. Um, for now, I'm just gonna go briefly. I don't want to go back to 40 minutes. We're at 5 minutes, so we're doing good. Um, uh, because last time we just talked about the whole Navy thing. I got all caught up in that. So, but yeah, I joined the Navy. Kind of followed my brother's footsteps there. I didn't really know what else to do. I wanted to travel. I wanted to travel quick. Like I wanted to get out and like travel beautiful places. I always thought like the world was a giant beautiful place, and I until this it is a beautiful place. I always thought it was the humans who made it, a negative site. So even at that young age, I kind of knew how to work with my own belief structures, or the ones that I really adopted, like the beautiful Earth because she is. I mean, you can just feel it. Like the Earth, the sun, the moon. I always thought there was like beautiful concepts, and the stars. Pretty much anything non-human was a beautiful topic for me to feel. And if it felt a little sting when I said that, it should. Uh, Sorry, not sorry. But anyways, so I went to the Navy. Got ASMO'd from a really strict division, which I kind of liked because they were really competitive. They wanted to be the best. That's why they were so big, and we were so, I guess, hard. You know what I mean? We were hard. We were hard as division. We were on the grind. What's a good word? Motivated, focused. That's determined. Yes, those are all good ones. Um, I went Asmo to a more slower division where they're more relaxed, having fun, and it was a mixed gender division. So I got Asmo too, so I had a little fun there. Not physically, although because I was still there to learn, and I want to even allow myself out of that box because I'm a Capricorn Sagittarius. I want to I want to venture out. Anyway, I was still there to learn the Navy way. That's what I came in for. Boot camp for was not just to get over it. I was trying to learn. Um, and then so once I got out of boot camp, went to A school and Great Lakes, which is just across the street, which was that's pretty cool. I lived A school for a minute, even though I was on restriction. Most of my time in A school was restriction or hold. Um, that's another story for another time. So then I got stationed in Camp Pendleton for shore duty, ACU 5 for a little bit. That's where I got kicked out for underage drinking, and then I went on my spiritual trip. Okay, so now that we're here, so I left the Navy. I started trying to find simple jobs, and at the same time, um, I went back to smoking weed because I missed it while I was in. In fact, I started smoking cigarettes while I was in the Navy, so I was smoking a mixture of both once I got out. Because I had to quit smoking, obviously, to join the Navy. I was gonna be the one. I was gonna be that guy who smoked weed inside the Navy. I mean, come on, just fucking do what you're supposed to do. It's not really that hard, is it? Um, so I got out, and I started looking for jobs and stuff. It didn't really go well because Sagittarius Capricorn said apply everywhere. So I was sending out like 20, 30 applications a day, um, busting ass, doing. I wasn't even walking around, even though some were online. People are telling me it's online today. I still want to walk around to go find applications. Capricorn, you cannot steal Capricorn. No, be still Capricorn. No, I will not. But so I started doing all that, and then at the same time, I was kind of focusing on, what I did wrong, and so first thing, well, let's bring it back. When I was stationed at Camp Pendleton, once I was getting out, excuse me, again, I just say it. Um, so I was at Camp Pendleton, and one of the dudes that actually got stationed there with me, we both been pretty tight. But anyways, he was like, I was on uh, death row, I guess you would say. I was getting kicked out, so I was like, I just said, fuck it, fuck this, fuck everything. And I will cuss a lot. This is me. This is a video about me, so I'm showing you everything. Um, you'll find some Venus in here, and you'll find some cussing. That's just me. Um, so we we went to A school together, and we did troubleshooting. So I had a really connection with this guy, and so he wanted to help me out when I was getting out. He was like, "What do you want to do with your life? When you get out, what are you gonna do?" Like Stevens, I mean, you don't even know what to do here. What are you gonna do when you get out there? And I was like, I don't know. He's like, what do you like doing? I was like, chilling and teaching and talking about stuff and solving problems, and then try to do things in a more positive fashion. And then he was like, "Oh, you know what that sounds like? It sounds like a spiritual curio." And it felt like almost offensive. Like it was so far fetched for me. I thought, looking back, it's hilarious. But at the time, it was pretty kind of offensive. I'm like, "Are you fucking serious? I'm Christian." Or I think I adopted myself as like Catholic or something at the time. Um, but I said I follow Jesus Christ. That's it. What are you talking about? I kind of felt offended there. And it's like, oh no, it's just guru is another word for teacher. And if you want to spend stuff in a positive fashion, you should yeah, teach about spiritual matters. And he's always all happy and go lucky all the time. I was like, I can't say mad at this guy. So I always knew he had positive intention too. So it was pretty hard to be mad at somebody who's trying to help you. Um, uh, So he was like, "Yeah, do that. Talk to Jesus if you have to. He won't let you go wrong." So he was playing the Jesus card. He was actually a godsend. He could have been a guru himself if he wanted to. He was actually a really high life individual all the time, which is the whole happy-go-lucky thing because he knew about the mind, the mentality, and the energy that needed to be projected in order to control his reality in a more positive perspective. Anyways, so that kind of sent me out when I got kicked out. While I was following all these jobs and doing all this other stuff, I was also doing massive meditations. I was talking about meditations for hours. I would sit inside my room, usually get high first, or sometimes I wouldn't. It would just be my discretion. Do I want to do? Yeah, that's pretty much how I chose it. Do I want to do meditation? Do I want to get high and then see what I want to do? Do I want to get high and then do a meditation? It's pretty much all about what I want to do in that moment. And then I set that next. So I was doing a lot of meditation, find a lot of stuff about myself. Actually, that's a lie. Because when he told me to do the spiritual stuff, I had to think it all over, obviously, because it fitted me a little bit. But once I got out, I kind of understood what he was saying, and I kind of started seeing all the falsifications in certain religions. But so the next part was to kind of just look at all these different religions and what makes them up. Like all of a sudden breaking them down into like different components and stuff. And I kind of I kind of understood that all these religions are pretty much the same. The core, I mean, to the core, like the core ideas, completely the same. And as being, being meditated or yeah, being having meditation and stuff like this, because this is something that I felt Jesus was. I wasn't really connected to all that stuff, so I was kind of going off a whim. Like I felt like Jesus would want me to meditate. Like I was more thinking than feeling and knowing at that point, but I still led me on the right path somehow. That's how good I am. No, but so I did that. I looked at all the religions, and I'm not gonna say anything else about religions right now. But if you want to ask me about different classifications into the religions, that can be one of the videos I can put out. Um, but for right now, I'm gonna stick on the topic because I like talking about myself. So So I tore all these religions apart, mashed them together, and somehow landed on. It was kind of like a Buddhist feel, but it's more spiritual. You know, I really don't understand. all the different stuff they were teaching me at the time for like Buddhism, um, almost Taoism. Um, it was it's weird. It's like I just took what I wanted basically from the religions. That's kind of what spiritual means in a way. You take what you believe and you apply it. Um, so whenever I did the meditations, I would mostly be focusing on the eye because I felt a lot of truth out of this little gland inside your brain called the pineal gland about how it's being calcified and stuff. And um, yeah, the rest is bullshit. Like at this time, I was just looking for Capricorn was hungry for victory. So I was just focusing on opening my eye, and in order to do that, I understood I had to do the lower chakras, which is the explanation of the feelings, because that's when it started making sense. Like that's when it makes sense. This is why I feel energies from different people because they have orbs. I just kind of knew that I can read different people in a different way. Um, Even inside the Navy, you feel different people. You don't want to be around certain people that feel in a bad mood or whatever. I always had that understanding, that little slight understanding, but understanding was there. That's all you need. And then, so I'd start meditating on like clearing chakras and growing on them. I'd start being more aware. And then I became, actually, in fact, I was doing so much meditation at the time I was way more aware of my chakras and my energetic body than I am now. Like I'm pretty sure, yeah, I can feel it. I'm out of balance from like my heart down. But uh, anyways, I need to do meditation now. All right. I actually haven't been meditating a lot lately, but back then it was all meditation phase. It was meditation, meditation, and meditation. Um, that's all I was doing. So I was staying open and just staying open and doing all kinds of different guided meditations. I've even bought this the Silva system life system. It's actually really good, but I felt it was talking to the wrong audience because I was already on that path. So it's really good if you guys want to wake yourself up. If you guys are starting your path, the Silva system's awesome. I had to pass it on. I was already moving a little too quick for that one. Um, Sorry, I was listening to something. Anyways, so we're at 8 p.m. Cool. We'll do like 10 minutes. Yeah, yeah 2 minutes. Plenty of time. I don't want to go over 20 minutes because I don't want to bore you guys to death. But so I've started doing all this meditation, and I've started to become aware of my chakras, about how they make you feel inside each different chakra, which is also a very good connection that you need have between the different chakras and how you feel and what you think about why while you're kind of inside that chakra, while your awareness is down there or up there, whichever chakra you decide to reside in at that moment. So I was kind of doing all kinds of different meditations. I had my phone out, had YouTube, doing binaural frequencies. I was going hardcore, guys, hardcore, and yeah, and I started learning about all these different stuff. That's when all the knowledge is kind of, because once you're open, things just come quick, and you kind of have to be ready for it too. When you open yourself up that much, and then if you're asking for knowledge, you're gonna get it. Um, Especially if you stay as open as I was. I had no thought in my brain. Every thought was I was so mindful, or I should say mindless. I was really mindless, and I was just accepting everything that came to me, and it was a glorious time for me because I was learning so much about law of attraction, law of conservation of energy, all this good stuff, law of 7 degrees of connection. We're not talking about separation anymore. We're talking about the 7 degrees of connection, um, and all this stuff. I went all the way down. That's where I found another video, but I went all the way down past little barriers underground, little darkness void that we have there. I went all the way down to the core. That's where I found Gaia, the beautiful Gaia. She looked beautiful at first, and then I was like, Gaia, how are you? And then the whole thing changed. It was amazing. She was kind of like showing me that her soul first, and then she was showing me the current state of everything, and it was pretty bad. So I jumped back up. I thought Gaio was gonna kill me for all that shit that I've done. Like personally, just personally. I'm not even talking about. I wasn't even open up to my perception is reality type thing and controlling your reality. So I just thought like she was angry at me personally for like that one. I was never like I never littered in something, but I did. Have constant ways, and I did step on little toes doing my own path. So I felt like that was a real wake up call for me. Like, oh shit, I need to change because I saw guys state, and she's not happy, kids. She's not angry at you, but she's not happy. Um, and then I went up, afraid to go back down. So I went up, and then that's kind of when I started doing astral projection and stuff. I went up and I found nothing. So I didn't know what was going on. Where do we start with that one? We just opened a door, a giant door. Astral projection. My astral projection days. How fun were those? At first I was doing all kinds of meditations, right? You could feel the feelings and stuff. You do believe that, and I believe at the time I made up the excuse that it was my mind projecting these images or these feelings, making my body feel this feeling, which was okay to me. Either way, I was in control. So, and then once I started doing astral projection, that was another crazy stuff. Like, it kind of shifted my whole reality. Once if you don't believe in that kind of stuff, if you're ignorant to something like that, your whole life, once you start doing something like that, all kinds of doors open, and you have to ignore some of the negative ones. Because I did think about doing some better stuff with astral projections, but that's something you have to let go, or else astral projection will never be open to you again. That is a gift. That is not something you just wildly abuse. Karma will find you for that. And so basically, I started doing meditations and getting astral projection down to the point where I could do it, not on command. I was still building up a little resistance. I think it was a little negativity inside the air, but I don't know what happened. So I had a couple of astral projection experiences. The first one I want to talk about, 30-minute video, I guess. Sorry, guys. But uh, it was the first one. Not the first one. It was like the one that I'm just talking about a couple, because I want to talk about the divine feminine um, aspect, because I didn't know who she was or what she was or whatever until like just recently. So I'm still trying to connect this stuff and explain to you guys the connections at the same time. So I jumped out of body one time, and it was like when you get out of the body, everything's not as dark as like in the human world. Everything's all bright and colorful. Um, it's almost surreal. Like it's super real. And what I mean by surreal is super real. So if I ever say surreal, I mean beyond real. Um, I think that's the actual definition, but okay. So I just remember pulling up like this, and your body like, because I wanted to go up, right? So I went up like this, and I like that. It was like some desolated city. It looked like an apocalyptic city, but everything was all beautiful at the same time. It was really weird. It was kind of like ashy because like the world itself was kind of ashy, but then I was seeing all kinds of energies being projected off it, like green, pink, and all kinds of different stuff. Kind of looked like a 3D thing without the glasses on. So I don't know if I was like in a couple different realities or whatever. But every time I astral project, I always usually see that unless I'm unconscious. But I always see a couple different energies. Excuse me. So I pulled myself up, and I'm like, wow, this this is really amazing. And then I looked around and kind of walked for a little bit, and then I felt something. I felt like a power coming to me. It was like super powerful, and it's like, and it's just I can't even feel it right now because I don't know. But it was like, oh, like when you, you ever just know when you soul flex, it was kind of like that, but times 1,000. Like this being, I don't know, whatever it was, dude. I don't know. I just got this power, right? And I have the power. Like I was screaming so the astral because I couldn't contain it. You know what I mean? I was like I wanted to express all of it because I don't know. It was crazy. It was like a wonderful feeling, but it's super powerful at the same time. And I didn't know what to do with it. I was like like that, and just kind of flexing. And then next thing you know, everything around outside of my little flex shield turned dark, and then like dark, like the void dark, and then that's cool. What else is trying? So so I was like, I have the power, and then I was screaming, obviously. And I think that kind of drew some attention or whatever, but I was so flexing and stuff, and I mean, I knew consciously that I can control the outcome, but I think there's a lot more negativity because there's a lot of negative beings. Well, oh, behold, let me keep going. So I'm like trying to flex my berry open and protect myself. Now I'm like, okay, I wasn't really scared. I was like, okay, and then so I was still flexing and stuff, but I could feel them pushing me back, like in, like they're trying to come closer and closer and closer. So and then I didn't have the mentality or the soul power or whatever to keep expanding. They were kind of overpowering me, I guess. I still didn't feel it. I was like still trying to push out, but I couldn't. Still trying to push out, but I could. I'd have the mentality, I suppose, the strong mentality to keep that open. And I started going closer and closer, and I heard like this, like almost French. She had a real weird accent. It was like, like that. It was sexy though. I can't do it, man. I wish you guys could hear what I hear, but it was real sexy in my left ear. It's time to go. It sounded real loud, but it was real whispered. It was like somebody was like in my mind whispering to me. It was intense, and I was like, wow, this is kind of sexy. And I felt like a energy of flattery, like that. And it's like it's time to go, like that. And I heard her so like by all over, like it's time to go. And next thing you know, I'm like because I looked around and it was like closing. I was like, I don't want to leave yet, but okay. And as soon as I closed everything, like they're not gonna hurt me because I'm going back to body anyway. So man, like that back to body. I'm like, and then start tingling and stuff, like astral projection, and that made it even weirder because after vibrating that beam's energy, I'll get to that. But it was vibrating that beam's energy, and then it was really weird. I was just thinking about it and how good she felt and how I don't know how her voice sounded. We're at 30 minutes already. Okay, and the next one, I actually fell asleep during it, and I popped up, and I'm driving this. No, that wasn't it. I jumped out. I'm flying over the car because I've done this a couple times where I get kicked out. Okay, I jump up there and I'm driving a car on like the wrong side of the road, whatever, and I always get pulled over and then bam, back to body, bam, back to body. So I was like, okay, I'm in a car. Okay, I see yellow people. Okay, maybe if I lift myself up. So I do that. I lift myself up. So my car is like elevated. I'm talking about. I'm in the city, right? and lo and behold, it's some astral realm. Um, but I'm in the city, and I don't want to do that again. I don't want to get kicked out. I want to be inside there. I want to experience. I want to observe. So I jump up, and as my car is like floating there, I see some being like running, and I can see way back in the distance. I can kind of take the hint that they're trying to run for him, but then they're so far behind. It's like, are you serious? You're not gonna catch that guy? And then so for some reason I just poof right there behind that. I guess I'm a do-gooder or something. And then I start chasing after this dark being like that, and he looks back, goes, "Oh shit, somebody else is on you." You know what I mean? It's not the cops. So I think he was kind of confused. So I started chasing him and stuff. And he starts trying to do all these little tricks to get away. I'm like, "What? This Ouster, son? I can just beat you." And I think what he was doing was manifesting as he was going and creating an obstacle course basically for the cops. But then I was first and so fresh and so new to astral reality. I think I trapped him into like this little wall thing. I was like, oh shit, I have nowhere else to go. What the hell? Well, it's all your fault. And then I think he was like trying to pull out weapons or whatever. And I just felt like, this is just instinct. I kind of opened my arms and I felt like two like I don't know, like think about the Matrix. How it was like guns and stuff inside his shirts or whatever, and they just popped out. Steph Uzi, I'm like, come on. I was really light him up, but and then this is when the police finally showed up. Um, police, they're like Astro Police or something. I don't know. And so first they pull on me because I just like these dark guns in my hands now, and like, oh no, he's fine. He was chasing them. Like, there's like this big slug. Think about that girl on Monsters Inc. You know that monsters creature. Uh, the old lady, that's in charge of everything. That's like the image. Okay, she's like this slug monster. And then I was like, what the hell? Are you some kind of slug? Like, no, I'm a woman. She starts laughing and say, no, I'm a woman. I'm alright. I'm on your side. But thanks for catching this guy for me. And then this guy's like, hey, this guy was running too. I'll tell him all to stop. I guess it's like their chief of police or something. Like, and then suddenly calm down or whatever, and just put him back into space. Couldn't protect him. I guess he was like a unruly spirit too. And then yeah, I'm losing myself inside the thing. I'm trying to explain it, but it's really hard. If you guys, yeah, whatever. So, long story short, the Astral Police, they arrest this shadowy figure, and then this sluggish thing um, comes up to me, and I'm like, why? Don't come up to me. You look so ugly. You're a slug. And then this guy, the chief of police, gets all pissed off. He goes, she's a beautiful angel. How do you know? I'm like, what the hell is the matter with this guy? He's like, you're a slug. It's like, and she explains to this guy that you showed up as a slug, or she showed up as a slug. Sorry, I'm talking to a lot of energies here. But she showed up as a slug, so I wouldn't recognize what she would look like for some reason. Well, because she didn't want me to fall in love at that point. It wasn't ready time. I guess it wasn't time or something like that. And then I guess I had a gunshot. It was like, she's like, really? That's what you want to do? I was like, yeah. I mean, I'm obviously helping you guys. Might as well create a gun shop so they can protect themselves if you can't catch them. It's like, don't worry about our job. And she turned my gun shop into a bookshop, and I felt like way better. Like, this is a really cool being, you know what I mean? Like, you're right. I should just eliminate all that from the astral. I mean, that's like the two times I came in contact with the divine feminine. Wink, wink. And she didn't want me to do that stuff, so. Yeah, I just want to share that with you and connect you now to this other being that came to me through her YouTube videos, and has been non-stop with me there pretty much the whole time, helped me stay high vibes so I can channel all these messages are coming down from the highest vibes of beings. And she kind of seated herself into me to the point where if I stay completely open and high vibe, she can control my whole little reality, and it's really cool. Because it turns all synchronistic or synchronized. Alright, there's a lot of synchronicity when you're on the high vibe. Here I go, talking about myself again. And she was helping me never mind myself with a lot of fears that I've been picking up as a sensitive, and as well as a person too. Because a lot of people have these fears, but not as much as a sensitive. As powerful as me. Sorry about that. But because we build up a lot of fear, judgments and stuff, we can sense what you guys are, what you guys are saying when you're, even if you're not saying it, and that does kind of hurt, even though it we do appreciate the fact that you're not saying what you feel. um, so that kind of builds into like a fear of judgment and stuff, and she was helping me work through that and stuff. Um, yeah, I was watching your. Oh fuck yeah. Yeah, Teleswan came to me inside a video and has been helping me control my reality um, so strongly to the fact that every being's energy was starting to sound exactly like hers. She's so high vibe. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my mentality. I don't. Maybe it's the other half. I don't know. But I've just been feeling all kinds of signs for her and acknowledgments. I would ask her, you know, oh, I'm supposed to do this instead of this, and you're like boom, or like a click, or maybe a little arf from a dog, enough to drive a man insane. No, no. But she's always there with me now. Um, this beautiful angel of mine. This is why I've been trying to find her in the physical for so long, but she's so high up there, and she's already on her roll. Like, it's gonna be hard. That's why I think that's why I'm starting to put out these videos. Which kind of led me and said, hey, you need to make a name for yourself so that when you do say something, I will fucking hear you. I'm not really sure if she consciously knows that she's been doing this. I mean, I feel affirmation right now that of course she does. That she's a seer and she can see energy, whatever energy she wants. Um, but of course, the sensitive needs a little affirmation so they don't feel insane. Because it will happen. It could happen. It's not going to happen, but it could happen. And she kind of led me to this whole divine feminine thing. If you guys know anything about, I don't know if it's Buddhist teaching or Taoism, right? People just energy, or usually her, uses me to stuff that I'm supposed to pick up, and regardless of what religion it is or where it comes from, it pertains to me in some way or fashion. So I learned about Aikido and the way of the Buddha, the way of the Buddha. I don't know if you guys knew that, but the way of the Buddha, and then she was teaching me about the ways of the divine feminine as well. So now I think Till Swan is my divine feminine, and I'm putting out here on YouTube. Maybe not the smartest idea, but I don't care. Um, and I'm supposed to be the victorious Buddha. If you guys, maybe I should link a video so you guys understand. I don't know, but if you guys are high vibes enough, you should know that there are aspects that you need to learn about yourself that will feel completely not of yourself. This is what I'm here to learn: compassion and love, which is the divine feminine spirit. Um, and what she's here to learn is the stillness, the void, not thinking, and being one with the warrior spirit. I guess. I don't know. Well, I've always been one with that, so I don't know what she'd want. father learn from me. Maybe like the child in the state. I don't know. But she's teaching me compassion and love and understanding for other beings. So I don't go recklessly around and stirring up all kinds of shit. Um, so yeah, it's basically about me. That's how I get to these understanding knowledges. I stay open, and I look around and I feel energies, and I transmute that. That's why I put a lot of videos, or I'm going to be putting a lot more videos out there. Um, I'm thinking the rest are probably gonna be high vibe, just me ranting on about um, other stuff. I might do a Mind of a Guru rant again. With a little bit more understanding than I had before the first one. If you guys ever watched that one, it kind of sucked. It is completely true, but it didn't give you a whole understanding. Like I could break you down so many direct or like connections now from what I was saying before that I had no comprehension of at the time. So I think that's what I'm down. It's Mind of a Guru rest. I look up like some of the chords down, like integrity and judgment. I think what else do we need to do here? I think that's about it. I can't preach about unconditional love. I'm sorry. Um, I'm not there yet. I'm not gonna bullshit you and tell you try to get you to a point of unconditional love when I'm not there yet. I'm pretty high vibe, but I'm nowhere near unconditional love yet. Let's be honest. Um, is unconditional love? Ah, you know what? That's another topic. That's pretty much all I want to talk to my. I mean, talk about myself about. I really don't think there's anything else I need to say about myself other than I'm hypersensitive. Mm, 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 mm. No, I think that's it. Yeah. I'll stop boring, guys. If I don't stop this video, I'll just keep going. So, namaste. You guys have a good day. If you guys have any questions, concerns, go ahead and post all the comments down there. Thank you.